Law Enforcement Today. Inside Politics, Outside of the Box. August 16, 2024. From Law Enforcement Today. Misinformation. Harris campaign using bogus Google ads using real headlines to gaslight the American people. Washington, D.C. The campaign to put cackling Kamala in the White House, as president, isn't even trying to hide the fact they believe the mainstream media is in the tank for them. Axios, hardly a right-wing news site, reported that the Harris campaign has been routinely editing news headlines and descriptions within Google search ads to give the appearance that news outlets such as The Guardian, Reuters, CBS News, and other major news outlets are on her side. Point of information, they are. The headlines include VP Harris's economic vision: lower costs and higher wages. Above the headline and accompanying article is a call-out saying the article was sponsored by Harris for President, with another call-out reading www. App News. Come with the AP's logo. Another headline. Inflation is down is again sponsored by Harris for President with www. Reuters. Come below it. Axios said the Google ads paired with paid for by Harris for President were changed without knowledge of the news outlets. The scheme wasn't just limited to major media players. For example, North Dakota's WDAY radio also had their headlines changed. According to the New York Post, the ads include links to real articles from news outlets, but the headlines and descriptive text had been edited to cast a supportive light on Harris. The Post described another ad that ran with an article from The Guardian, which showed a headline reading, VP Harris fights abortion bans, Harris defends pro-freedom, while including supporting text below that reads, VP Harris is a champion for reproductive freedom and will stop Trump's abortion bans. That headline is of course gaslighting, since by all measures the number of abortions performed in the United States has increased since the overturn of Roe v. Wade. According to the Guttmacher Institute, a pro-abortion organization, an 11% increase since 2020. Despite Harris's bloviating, liberals are still allowed to kill as many babies as they like. While the Harris campaign playing fast and loose with Google ads doesn't violate the company's policies, the ads resemble real news results from Google search closely enough that news outlets have been caught off guard. Google's Ad Transparency Center said that while the Harris campaign is using underhanded tactics such as this, the Trump campaign is not. While the ads say they are sponsored by the Harris campaign, the text that accompanies the actual news links is written by her campaign and not the media publication itself. Several media companies, including CNN, USA Today, and NPR, said they were not aware the Harris campaign had been attempting to use their brand to further her campaign. The Guardian said it would be reaching out to Google, which has been in the tank for Democrats and against Trump for years, for more information about this practice, a spokesperson said. While we understand why an organization might wish to align itself with the Guardian's trusted brand, we need to ensure it is being used appropriately and with our permission, the spokesperson continued. According to an anonymous source familiar with the Harris campaign's ads team, the campaign buys search ads with news links to give voters additional context while searching for information about Harris. The campaign complied with Google's rules, however, a technical glitch in Google's ad library gave the appearance that some Harris ads lacked the necessary disclosures required by Google when they ran. Axios said Google confirmed the glitch and said the company is looking into what happened. Election advertisers are required to complete an identity verification process, and we prominently display in ad disclosures that clearly show people who paid for the ad, the spokesperson told Axios. Axios said that since Aug. 3, over a dozen news outlets had been used by the Harris campaign to gaslight the American people. The mainstream media is already fighting the public perception that they are anything but fair and balanced, which is well deserved. And this type of malfeasance doesn't help them deny that assertion, which could leave media outlets further vulnerable to charges of partisanship, Axios wrote. Some of these news organizations might not want to be positioned as promoting one campaign, and this implies that they have a bias towards that campaign, potentially, said John Gable, co-founder and CEO of All Sides, a nonpartisan company that rates bias in the media. Harris, who was handed the Democratic nomination over 3 weeks ago when a coup was orchestrated by the Democrat Party, has yet to grant interviews or make news appearances where she would be forced to be off a teleprompter, much as her mentor Biden has done. The New York Post reached out to the Harris campaign about the ad fiasco, however no response was received.